back to Linda's Pantry. So today I'm excited to bring you along for a simple way to save a little bit of money, cut that fat down, and have a delicious homemade chorizo. So we're gonna do a half turkey, half ground pork, and so that's gonna cut the fat down, but the flavors, you'll never miss any of that. And you know what's in here. If you've ever read the label on chorizo, it can be a little sketchy. So this is my homemade version, or one of them I should say, and it's easy. It'll make 2 pounds, and I can put 1 pound in the freezer and use 1 pound now. So that's what we're gonna do. So I hope it brings you along. I hope you go check out all the links I've left for you below, and let's go make homemade chorizo. This is really easy. I've got a pound of 93% lean ground turkey and a pound of ground pork. And the pork has a higher fat content, but because we're adding turkey to the mix, that helps cut that fat out, or cut it down, I should say. So really and truly, it's just an array of spices that you're gonna be using. And we like it spicy, so probably a half a tablespoon of red pepper flakes. I've got onion powder. Gotta have onion. I just think it adds something fabulous. So I'm gonna go with the whole tablespoon there. Onion powder. We need smoked paprika, which is just absolutely fantastic. And we're gonna go with a tablespoon of that. It's kind of the tablespoon recipe. We've got chili powder, and you can use ancho chili, you can use whatever chili powder you like. This is just a really nice blend that we like. And I'm gonna go a tablespoon and a half of that. I also need cumin, and cumin, you can actually toast your own and do something like that if you wanted to, but I'm gonna do a healthy tablespoon of that. Mexican oregano. It's a very strong spice, especially since this is dried. So maybe a half a teaspoon, and go ahead and get that in between your fingers. It'll break it up to the point where it'll distribute better in the meat. And then we need garlic, of course. So I'll just go ahead and give it a tablespoon of that. And cayenne pepper. Now, this is up to you, but we like it a kick, so I'm just gonna give it a good half a teaspoon, we'll say. And then salt and pepper. I've got red wine vinegar, maybe a half a teaspoon of pepper. Okay, and some salt. It's a lot of meat seasoned, so you want a little bit of salt in that background, otherwise it doesn't balance right. So we're gonna say a full teaspoon of salt, and then a nice 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. And now I'm gonna put a glove on, get this all set. And you just kind of mix your spices up, and you know, it's a visual thing for me when I do this. So if I don't think it's got enough paprika, I might add more, but you can always add that and mix that into the meat, you know, if you feel like you don't have enough. And I think I'd like mine a little bit redder. And if you're worried about the smoked paprika being too strong, you can use regular paprika as well. You can mix the two. I've done that before. Okay. That should be good. It's going to be nice and spicy. So really and truly, you're going to end up with a good, about 3/4 of a cup to a cup of spice blend. So let's get our vinegar on the meat. And we'll get it mixed up. And there we go. And now all there is to mix it up. I'll be right back. All right, so we are ready to go ahead and add our spice. And I'm going to start with half, and then again, it's a visual thing, but it's really not all that spicy. It's just a lot of spices. And I'm using gloves because I don't want this under my nails. I don't want us to stain your hands. And I can already tell I'm going to need the rest of it. So we're going to use the whole thing. And get this all mixed up. And as soon as I get it done, I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. So this is all done, and I'm going to divide it in half, freeze half of it, and use half for the next recipe. So I might cook up a little patty so you can see it cooked up. So I fried off a piece of this homemade chorizo. And I usually do this anyway. Whenever I make sausage, I always, do a little patty so I can make sure that it's got the right flavor. And it smells amazing. I'm just gonna say that right now. So you can see how nice that is. Still hot. Wow. That is so good. This is delicious in numerous recipes. It's very spicy, but not over the top hot. You could make it really hot if you wanted to, but we just want all that flavor. So, especially when you're eating a little bit leaner, it adds to the experience. That is really, really good. So I certainly hope you try this easy recipe. Remember, I used all of the spice in this.